Hello, welcome back to part 4 of this tutorial series where we are creating the sci-fi glass dome. In this part we're going to pick up with the modeling of the dome. What we are going to do is to create a bevel on the outer layer of the dome on one side, not on this inner side but on this outer side. For this we need to do some selection magic. It's pretty hard to select this one specific edge. You can do it all, like spend 5-10 minutes selecting all of this, but we're gonna do it in a faster way, at least a faster way that I know. Maybe there are other faster ways. Of course you can, for example, select all the sharp edges, but then you need to deselect one because you only want one, the outer side of it. So what I am going to do is still select the sharp edges, but I'm gonna then switch to vertex select mode, excusez-moi, and then I'm going to separate this face loops in another object. So what we do, we have now again two different parts, and what we can do is select, I just select one vertex of the lower layer and use Ctrl L to select everything, and then also separate that. So what I'm going to do now, merge these ones again, and we have to merge by distance the vertices. So once we select it, you see, that's a problem. Well, actually it is not a problem. Somehow it only took half, so actually we can just remove this so there's nothing in this group, and we can still manage by selecting the non-manifold and assign it to this group. Then we increase our selection with Ctrl plus, so we have selected the actual edge loops that we wanted, and then we deselect the ones from the group, and this we can add to a new group. Yes, so now we have them, and we can deselect this one. Yes. Now when we go to edge select mode, we have the edge that we want, and then I put a bevel on it. I like to go real high, make it real smooth, so we got this soft layer. Yeah, now what you see, to make it that little bit better, we can inverse the selection. This doesn't really work very well. Okay, what we have to go to, yes, we can inverse the selection, and then again deselect this one, and then plus it, so we have all the layers selected. Let's see if I'm not, this we don't need, and then we add an inset. Let's say it can be small, can be slightly bigger, because it will make the shading like smooth. You can see it in the rendering, makes it like, you know, silky smooth. Now we're not going to do this inner part because this will be done with the shading itself, also for these two, but I wanted to have it bigger here. Now we're going to move on to beveling. Actually, we forgot something. There is this inner layer. You see, this layer we have to reconnect again with this one. So we have to join it and then merge the vertices by distance. So in order to check if everything is okay in terms that there are no edges that is you know, misaligned or something, we select the non-manifold edges and we see no highlighted edges, so we are good to go to the interior. Here we do the same, like we did last time, to separate the two halves by selecting the sharp and to separate it by a selection. So we have two, the inner and the outer thing border, well, layer again. And we separate that as well, and we do again connect it with the inner one and merge by distance. And this is quite close, don't like this so much, but I think we can manage. So now we do the same, where we select the sharp edges. Okay, we could have done it the first time as well, I suppose. This one we don't need. Let's go to that nice perspective view to get that in-depth look. Then we bevel it. This time I'm gonna do one, and I'm gonna create this kind of sci-fi-ish look, you know. So let's see if it's all kind of looking pretty on all sides. You see, these bevels, they work well because this is an hexagon. If this was all connected here and there with its individual edges, it often creates a mess. So here you can see it looks pretty. It looks pretty, in my opinion. The dome looks pretty. Okay, I would say this was part 4 of modeling the dome. I would say we almost finished modeling. What we can still do, we can create... actually, we still need to connect. Before I forget, yes, there's this one layer somewhere around here. Yes, you see it? Which we can connect and then merge the vertices. So our total our vertex count is around 120k. Okay. So what we can do, we can just add a ground plane. Okay. Okay, this we don't need anymore. I just delete it. So in the next tutorial, we're just going to do some simple shading and, you know, to get the look. To make it look pretty with the shading, with the bevels, how to add the bevel nodes in the shading node editor. Yes, thank you for watching and see you in the next video.